Good, Raider Nation. Welcome back to the Silver and Black Lounge. This is the Just Win Baby podcast. And Nation, we got a big one tonight because tomorrow night it's time to finish the preseason the right way. Raiders, Niners. And I don't give a damn if they call it preseason. When those red and gold jerseys line up across from the silver and black, we want that win. Tonight we're breaking down everything you need to know before kickoff. What do we need to see from Fernando Mendoza? Has this young quarterback shown enough to make this quarterback conversation a whole lot more interesting than anybody else expected? What's the latest with Ashton Jeanty? And how concerned should Raider Nation really be about that injury heading into week one? Who's making this 53-man roster? Who might be wearing the silver and black for the last time? Which players are fighting for their NFL lives tomorrow night? And most importantly, we need to see a cleaner football game, cut down the mistakes, cut down the penalties, execute, and show us that this team is actually ready for the games that count. Because tomorrow night, the preseason talk is over. Then it's time to get ready for Miami and the start of the 2026 NFL season. And before we get into it, tonight's show is brought to you by MMOEXP. If you're grinding Madden 27 Ultimate Team right now, use code THELOUNGE for 8% off your order and support the channel while you're at it. Now, everybody coming into the building, pull up a chair in the lounge, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, share the stream out, and let me know in the chat, what do you need to see from the Raiders tomorrow night? Raider Nation, you already know what time it is, baby. Just win, baby. One nation, one family, one lounge. Let's rock. For the cheapest and safest Madden 27 coins and coins across all video games, check out MMOEXP.com. Use code THELOUNGE for 8% off. Thank you, MMOEXP, for sponsoring today's stream.
They didn't have to say much. This is the Raiders, you know. This is one of the most historic, franchises in the NFL with a great history that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of furthering that history. When you say commitment to excellence, okay, and you look at the walls around here, you look at the players on this wall, and there's a history. There's a history of Hall of Fame players here. There's a history of Super Bowls, and that's.
And with all this situation and all this shit I went through, the biggest thing that I took from it is I don't give a what everybody has to say. Truly, I really don't give a.
Play clock down to 1. Williams batted up in the air, and it is picked. Crosby. He has been a beast.
We do believe that this is a game psychologically of intimidation and of fear. I don't mean cowardly fear, but fear.
But the Chargers and all those teams. To be honest, I don't like any of them. I hate all teams.
The other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
But the Chargers.
What I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertically. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. It's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. Hard. Try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You will not get it.
Yo, what is going on, Raider Nation? Man, you guys pulling up a chair in the lounge, tapped in the box, the loaded box with Nutty, Raider Nader on the Natural Born Raider podcast and my brother Dyrti. We in the building, man. It's hype week, bro. I don't give a fuck if it's the Niners, bro. Preseason, fuck the Niners. Y'all motherfuckers can fuck off every single day of the week. My most hated squad on planet fucking Earth. Fuck y'all. Got a little rough here to start the stream, man. But anyways, I want to let y'all know I'm coming hot for them bitch ass 49ers, bro, and their fucking weird ass fucking prostitute, fucking male prostitute, allegedly fucking ass owner too, bro. What up with you, Nutty Raider Nate? What up with you, Dirty Raider? Saludos.
Damn, man, you didn't even let us get 10 minutes in, man.
Sorry, bro. Fuck the Niners. You know that. You know I'm coming for them bitch ass Niners, dog.
I'm gonna have to edit the whole first 5, 6, 7.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry, bro. Sorry, brother. Hey, shout out to Spotify too, man. Go check out the Silver and Black Lounge on Spotify. If you ain't rated yet or fucking went over there and checked this out yet, now to do it, because now Dyrti's got to edit out like the first 3 minutes of the stream now, bro, just so we don't get clipped over there on Spotify, man. But my bad, Dyrti. What up with you guys though, brother? Outside of that,
What it do? What's going on?
It's good. It's good. It's almost game time. You know, it's all good.
you already know, bro. Shout out to the chat, man. We appreciate you guys. We got a voicemail in, guys. I think we'll starting the shows off with the voicemails, because you know, once we start getting into the topics and shit, especially myself, I get a little long-winded. So we got a voicemail we're gonna get into, and then we'll start off with the topics of tonight's show. Once again, if you were a member of the channel, you probably already seen the topics of tonight's show. So you guys, once again, man, we appreciate all of you guys, man. Hit the like button. Not right now, baby. I don't thank you though. Subscribe. So let's see what we got in the chat. We're gonna start off with the chat. Bruce Willis, my brother, was good with you, gang. We got Raider Ryan in the building. We got the homie Baby Suge, bro. If you guys aren't familiar with Baby Suge, bro, he taps in with TDL tape Don't Lie with Marcus Johnson. And bro, good dude. Definitely has some hot takes for surely, bro. And I definitely welcome him to the channel. If you guys haven't checked in with my brother, for surely. What up with you, William M? Thanks for coming by the stream. Frank Weber's in the building. Appreciate you guys, man. Steel Maddox in the building. Always a pleasure, man. We see other fan bases coming through, bro. Like I said, I might not like your team, bro, but I respect the fan. And Steel Maddox, bro, he a Steeler fan, but he good peoples. Shout out to Jason Marshall. And I just heard somebody crack some, bro. Got the IPA Voodoo Ranger, man. Saludos. Cheers to you guys for pulling up to the stream, man. Alfredo in the building. Arnie in the building. Appreciate y'all. Michelob's, bro. Hey, they're good for you, bro. Those if you're to drink beers, bro, those are probably like the best ones for you, bro, in terms of like not putting on hella weight and shit.
I only drink them when I come.
What up, Raider Paul? What up, Joe Ali?
I can't drink when I'm trying to work.
I'm not bueno.
I can't drink.
What up, Raiders Unleashed? All right, guys. So we got a call coming in, or we got a voicemail on. We're gonna put the overlays up.
Play that shit.
So we don't get no doxing. We don't get no doxing. So shout out to Captain Point. Saludos, brother. This is the voicemail line too, bro. So it's on Do Not Disturb right now, so no calls will come in. I only take calls when I do call-in shows. So if you guys want to call in during the week, during the game, you feel me, call into that line right there. We will react to your voicemails, man. Like I said, y'all can call in and just be like, what's good, Dyrti? For me, what's good, Nutty Raider Nate? What's good, Bent? They're like, that's what's on my mind right now. You feel me?
Message.
We'll play all your guys' clips right here in the Silver and Black Lounge, man. So we got one right here, bro. First time caller too, and this is my brother, Baby Suge, bro.
What up, Raider Lounge? This is Baby Suge. I'm new to the channel. It's my first voicemail. 47 years old. Been a Raider fan all my life.
Type shit.
Did 8 years in Pelican Bay State Penitentiary, 98 to 06. Did some time. Here to leave my first voicemail. Just want to introduce myself. From Compton, Campanella Park, Peru. And, you know, I met RaiderBen, I think that's his name, and we kind of think alike. And I want to ask a hard question. The question is, why isn't Mendoza starting? Why is it that he hasn't beat Kirk out for the job? That's the hard question. Now, soft-ass Raider fans will say, well, we don't need to start him right now. We don't need to start him. He can sit back for a year. he can sit back for a few games. Well, when I look around,
Not me.
the last quarterback to do it as a Raider was Derek Carr. Now, I'm no Derek Carr fan, but I will say he beat out sorry-ass Schaub, and they felt he could start, so he started.
Bro, we've talked
What
about
is
this
it that
before,
Mendoza
chat.
is lacking? I also look around, and you got, old boy at Houston, Texas, starting first year. Old boy at Washington, starting first year. Caleb Williams, starting first year. Old boy, Carolina Panthers, starting first year. Yeah, a few of them struggled, but they figured it out year 2. We don't got time to wait for year 2. Fernando better figure it out, lead us to the playoffs in 3 years, win or lose. I don't care what round we get kicked out. In the 5th year, we better be in the Super Bowl, win or lose, or else he's a dud. It's no good in my eyes.
Oh.
Might be a little too hard for some or appeal for some of you Raider fans to swallow, but I'm expecting the best. It's been 40 years since we won a Super Bowl, and I'm tired of it. Baby Suge, Compton, Campanella Park, Peru. Have any questions? Come see me.
Hey, bro, I like the energy, bro. Shout out to Baby Suge, bro.
Hey,
Came in
shouts
this
out to
bitch.
Baby Suge. Much respect to Baby Suge.
I'm gonna leave him alone.
Everybody in the chat claiming that
I'm gonna leave him alone. I'm gonna leave him alone.
No. I'm gonna say it for all the people in the chat claiming that's me. First and foremost, I would never ever in my life claim Compton.
Yeah,
I'm not from there.
Peru.
I would never ever claim Campanella Park, Peru. I came up a Crip. I would never disrespect another neighborhood like that. I would never claim to do prison time, not even in a joke. I would never claim to do any prison time. I'm just, bro, I don't play like that. To me, things like that ain't funny. You know what I mean? So I'm from LA. You know what I mean? I'm from LA. East side of LA.
I'm from Stockton, bro. We
you know what I mean? I grew up with Florencia. You know what I mean? That's who I grew up with. I grew up with Florencia. I don't claim Florencia. I ended up being a Crip from the West Side. I would never, ever, ever play like that. That's not a game out here in LA. That's not a game.
Shit.
I bang
shout out to Baby Suge.
So much respect and love to Baby Suge. I don't play like that though. So you know what I mean. I sure enough appreciate Brody calling in and giving his 100% honest opinion. You know what I mean. That I feel you, bro. I feel you. I'm 47 too. So you know what I mean? It's been a very long time, bro. It's been it's actually been 43 years since we won a Super Bowl. The last time we won a Super Bowl, I was 4 years old. So
what up with you, SoCal Sal? What's up? What's up, everybody? What up, Loon? What up, My Opinion? What up, Charles? So what's up?
No, I
so this go ahead, Nate.
No, I agree with a lot what he was saying. It should be, if he's the first overall pick, it should be no question he's our starter. But I think the overall plan is that's what it is. And until the players and the coaches say otherwise, I think that's just the way it's going to be. And plus, I don't feel too confident sending Mendoza out there, considering how he kind of talks in these press conferences. He doesn't seem too sure of himself.
Hey, thanks, Jazz. Appreciate you, brother. Much love, gang. Nice to see you.
Until he's like fully confident and his teammates like are down, like they believe in him.
So let's start from like the first question, and then we'll work our way down. Right. I think the first question is why isn't he out there, beating out Kirk Cousins? And if so, then why didn't we draft him so high? We've made this argument before, bro. I don't know. I feel like if you're gonna go out there and draft a quarterback #1 overall, and shout out to my brother Chewy, man. My brother Jess said bro was definitely locked up. You could tell. Shout out to my brother Jess. But the point I'm trying to make here is that if you draft a quarterback #1 overall, he should be able to beat out a 37-year-old quarterback, bro. And especially a 37-year-old quarterback, bro, that's coming off, a really bad injury, multiple injuries, and like I said, from what I heard from Marcus Johnson, shout the tape don't lie, bro. His arm, he's got a noodle arm past 20 yards. I just feel like with all that shit to the side, bro, if you draft a quarterback #1 overall, he should beat out a 37-year-old veteran. None of the other shit matters. I think that's when, you start putting, more context on it, and you start thinking, well, the Raiders do, at least Tom Brady and Kirk Cousins or Clint Kubiak, they don't really want to start a rookie, bro. Like, that's where the context comes in. Even if he beats out Kirk Cousins, will that mindset come to fruition with Tom Brady and Clint Kubiak that they don't want to go with the rookie? But, you made the Derek Carr argument, Matt Schaub argument. We made that here too, bro. I was like, bro, if Derek Carr, Fernando Mendoza is in a very similar situation that Derek Carr was in. The only difference is that Derek Carr was a second-round pick and Fernando Mendoza is a #1 overall pick. If Derek Carr can beat out an old-ass Matt Schaub at this same age and the same kind of position they're in, and, dude, there's no reason why Kirk Cousins shouldn't beat out an aging Kirk Cousins. So, anyways, that's my take on the shit. But we've been saying that whole shit, that whole Derek Carr, Matt Schaub shit. I feel like it's the same situation all over again. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to be anything that he's going to do to win the job. I think they're going with Kirk.
They don't want to start a rookie quarterback. They want him to develop. And I've said this before, bro. Like, there's been a lot of rookie quarterbacks. You guys talk about a lot of rookie quarterbacks like Caleb. You know what I mean? Like the dude in Washington. You know what I mean? C.J. Stroud. The kid over with the Bengals, Burrow, right? But you guys don't bring up all the QBs that were picked #1 overall that washed out because they started their first year. You don't bring up that part. Not every quarterback is going to work out. And I'd rather get what I can out of the 37-year-old quarterback for at least a couple of weeks. Let the kid because right now, yeah, it's preseason, bro. But this game gonna ramp up so fast and so quickly once the regular season start. It's gonna be 10 times faster than what it was in preseason. It's already 10 times faster than it was in college form. Now imagine it getting 10 times faster than that when the real season kicks in. He's not there yet, and you can see it in his interviews. All these happy-go-luckies, all these big smiles, all these long, extended answers, saying
he's nervous. He's not confident. He's definitely nervous. He's not confident.
He's not confident, bro. So, like,
that's the fucked up part, Dyrti. We took a non-confident quarterback #1 overall. Is kind of tough,
bro. I told you I didn't want to even get that.
I know. You was a Ty Simpson guy. You was fucking with Ty Simpson.
I'm on here saying that I've said before that if there is any chance we do play him, we figure out if we need a quarterback next year or not.
Bro, I already told y'all who I felt like was more pro ready to take over a team. You know
yeah, like lower floor, like lower ceiling but higher floor type player would have been Ty Simpson, in my opinion. He's probably more pro ready to start right now. For sure.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're going to have a speech impediment when you keep dick in your mouth.
Woo. Shout out to Certified Junkie. He said he's fucking with your hat. He said, that's a sick hat right there, bro. Where you get that hat at?
Man. Thank you, man. But I'm just saying, bro. Y'all know how I feel, man. Y'all know how I feel. I wish the kid all the best, bro. I do. But I still felt like that was a pick you should have got as much draft capital for that pick that you could have got for it, man. You should have traded it for a couple of other picks, maybe multiple first round picks. I don't know, something, bro. You didn't need a quarterback. You needed other things. You go get a quarterback with nobody to throw the ball to but Brock. Come on, man. Seriously. And then you had opportunity to actually draft some real wide receivers, and you didn't. You passed on them. You traded back on people. And I get it. You address the defense, which is something I love. So I really can't complain, but I can, because you could have did so much more. And if you wasn't planning on starting your quarterback that you took #1 overall, what would have hurt it for you to trade back and pick up another quarterback like a tie?
We're in my chat.
Gonna stick on the bench anyway.
Baby Suge, we're in the silver and black lounge, bro. I see your comments in StreamYard.
Oh yeah, we read from them all. They all come into one spot. No matter what channel you on, everybody's chat is linked together. It may just be coming in a little bit later than what you type it. So yeah, but we look at everybody's chat. We don't look at one channel independently. We looking at all the chats combined into one board right now.
They all synced up.
Yeah, all the channels are all synced up.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
weird.
like,
I don't know why
I'm just saying, like, to me, it would have made sense to just kind of trade back. If I was gonna stick to my guns about putting my quarterback on the bench for a year, what would have hurt it? You know what I mean? To trade back, get you some more picks, even pick up a quarterback that you was gonna stick on the bench anyway for a year, and let that be that. You could have actually did something with this roster in year one, but
That's
you did.
Weird.
You took Mendoza.
I wonder why I don't see his comments.
Cool.
Maybe it's Suge's comments.
I see him.
It's like delayed or some shit. It's weird. All right. Anyways, no, like at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, I really don't care who starts, bro. You know, the name don't really mean shit to me. I mean, I'm fine with Kirk Cousins because I understand the situation that the Raiders want to play this. The Raiders want to play the long game with this, and that's cool. I mean, as long as the long game works. Yeah. And that's another thing you brought up, Baby Suge, right? Is that you want the Raiders to win now. And we've had this conversation before. Dyrti feels that way too. You know, I'm 34? I'll be 35 this year. I've never seen the Raiders win nothing, bro. So like I might be, you know, younger fans like myself might be a little bit more patient. You feel me? This is my mindset, right, Baby Shook? I've been a fan of this team since 2005-ish. I haven't seen nothing. I've seen 2 first-round exits. I've seen Derek Carr break his leg on Christmas Eve going into the playoffs on one of those, bro. I haven't seen anything. My standards are extremely low as a Raider fan in terms of like I want to see the Raiders win something, right? But obviously, if I'm more of a I want to win a Super Bowl type dude. I think we all are. But the thing is, bro, like my mind says if I waited this long with so many years of dysfunction, if I can just get a glimpse of hope, I'll be excited. And I got a glimpse of that. Like, dude, I was on fucking KYS watch, bro. Like fucking right at the end of the season with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith, dude. I was crying, bro. Like I was almost getting ready to give up my fanhood because this fucking team had no future at quarterback or coach. And I told everybody, bro, I was like, bro, if the Raiders can find a way to get Clint Kubiak, bro, I'm rocking with this shit. And that was the first step to getting RaiderBen back on board, bro. They went and got Clint Kubiak. I seen what the Raiders are seeing. Even if it don't work out, there's a vision, right? There's not that same old-ass fucking coach, right? I'm like, okay, cool. You know, let's see what happens now. So, you know, when we brought in Kirk Cousins, I wasn't super excited. I was like, you know, I was kind of pissed off originally because of the contract, but they summed that up to a 1-year deal. So I was kind of, but then we drafted Mendoza. Then I'm like, okay, cool. Now I can really see a vision, and that'll give me hope, gives me hope as a fan. Because if you look at, you know, what's going around, what's, you know, this day and era in the National Football League is you got a young coach and a young quarterback, dude, that were drafted and brought in together, bro, to grow together, bro, to make this a long-term thing. To, the Raiders might be a Redskins, or they might be a Patriots, and they might have a 1 year and come out immediately. But there's a future. The Raiders aren't built like that for right now. You feel me? So I understand the developmental process that they're taking with Fernando Mendoza. I something tells me, bro, like there might be a fucking hot take. There might be, maybe the week before the game, like going to the game that, or going to the week of practice, they might be like, we've named Fernando Mendoza the starter. Because let's make this very clear. Kirk Cousins hasn't been ruled the starter. They just asked him again at practice, dude. There's neither one of those dudes are the starter going into the season.
Man.
Clint Kubiak said that Kirk Cousins earned first team reps in training camp and the preseason because of what he did, historically over his career. Can Fernando Mendoza in this game against the Niners, can he have that Seahawk game that Derek Carr had in 2014 to solidify himself as the starting quarterback? That's going to be the biggest question for me. And I'm done. I'm off my high horse.
He's being PC when he's not giving an answer.
I mean, dude, at the end of the day, Mendoza's taking speech classes and shit, bro. Like, he knows how to talk. Like, it might sound corny. I get it. And some people might think it sounds fabricated. At the end of the day, bro, that's him. And if that's really him, I mean, I've heard his coaches talk about that. He's extremely well-spoken. He's an extremely intelligent player.
He sounds
so I'm
AI.
not going to come out.
Yeah,
because he's smart as fuck. He's smart as fuck, chat. Like, come on, bro. He's smart. Like, it might sound AI. What's AI? AI is smart as shit.
Artificial.
Like I said, gang, it's all talk. We all know this, chat. We've been over this shit for many years, bro. It's all talk until bullets get to flying. For me, when the game gets cranking tomorrow, we gonna see who really about to be playing.
Well, don't get me wrong. Cousins is on a short lease. He doesn't
exactly.
The first pick he throws, it's a wrap, bro.
What up,
Afakasi? The first time he gets sacked and he looks like a stiff old man. He's a wrap. They're gonna be calling for his head,
bro. So, if my issue is if Kirk Cousins takes one, like you said, bro, he takes one bad hit, it's gonna be over for him, bro. Yeah. Like I don't want that to happen. Because if the Raiders as an organization, as a team, feel like Kirk Cousins give the Raiders the best chance to win, then I want him to succeed. I mean, I want Kirk Cousins to succeed. I don't want him to get hurt. But, if history tells any fucking truths, we know he's probably going to get hurt.
AR, my dog.
What up, AR? Hey, man, look. If hopefully he don't, but we will cross that bridge when that bridge comes to fruition, right? It ain't right now. It's just a he say, she say. And see, and my thing is this, bro. I don't care if he can only throw the ball down the field 20 yards. How many yards you need for a first down? 10? So what we arguing about? He getting first downs? You know what I mean? So I don't fully understand. I don't fully understand what people are complaining about. Like, the offense ran smooth under him. What we saw of it, it looked better than anything we've seen from Mendoza so far. I'm gonna just trust the process, bro. They'll let us know who the starting quarterback is, ahead of week 1. We'll know before we take the field who's the starting quarterback. They ain't gonna wait till we kick off and then they be like, all right, check it out. This is who we gonna put out there. No,
I honestly think so. Let me know if you guys agree with me or not. Chat, you guys could agree with me or not too. Let me know. This game right here against the Niners is gonna be if Fernando Mendoza is gonna have a chance to be a starter or not. Like, if he goes out there tomorrow and he lights up the Niners, bro, say he throws for 2 touchdowns, and doesn't turn the ball over and he looks decent, I think there's going to be a huge, discussion on who they should start, because what have we seen from Kirk Cousins outside of one drive in the preseason? You know what I mean? Like, yes, Fernando Mendoza threw that pick, but he bounced back from that pick 6 well. can he bounce back in a game and, against a extremely well-coached team all around with the 49ers, whether it's their starters or their secondary or their second string guys. If he goes out and lights them up, he might have a real opportunity to start week 1, bro. I think a lot of it's going to be how he plays tomorrow. Like I said, if he plays well tomorrow, he might have a shot. And I only throw it out there because the coach ain't stated. He said that they ain't named a starting quarterback yet. So
the only way he has a shot is if he goes out there, plays against ones with ones. If he's not playing against ones with ones, Kirk Cousins is a starting quarterback. That's just how it's going to be, bro. Sorry. But that's the only way. That's the only way you're gonna find out if he has a shot of being the number 1 quarterback is if you see him play against Frisco number 1s with number 1s.
If Mendoza gets in when he's in there, the playbook is limited. I think that's
think so.
That's part of it. Yep.
Oh, it's way limited. It's way more limited than what Kirk Cousins has access to.
Yeah.
Because Kirk Cousins has access to the whole book. He's rented before.
Yeah.
All he had to do was install some new shit.
What you're saying.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
So, yeah, Kirk knows the book already. Mendoza, he's still learning it in sections. I'm not saying that he ain't doing a good job learning, but from my understanding, it's a pretty big book. And he hasn't even gotten the whole book. So there's things about this offense that Kirk Cousins knows that Mendoza doesn't. So
for sure. I think that's the main reason why you bring him in here and you let him try to teach your young quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If he throws another pick 6 tomorrow.
Yeah, that would suck. I'm not gonna lie. If he throws another pick 6, that's definitely gonna not be good, bro. For surely.
Oh, that's gonna be worse than suck because you already did it. It sucks. You did it in practice to the same fucking guy. So, I'm just saying, you didn't learn from joint practice. That's
becoming a pattern.
So
tendencies.
From what I heard, it was the exact same play. So if you ain't learned then, who's to say you gonna learn now?
Baby Suge said, new to the channel, I want to talk about the idea of the Raiders taking a running back too high in Jeanty when Mimbu was on the board. Nutty Raider Nate.
Yep. I'm with you, Baby Suge, for surely. We've been building backwards for years now, and
type shit,
ignoring the trenches and not prioritizing positions on the offensive line and even the defensive line. Our run game is ass, bro. I've said this earlier this year. Yeah, but we're not prioritizing the trenches at all, and it's a shame because now we're in these predicaments where it's just the way the contracts are going to work out too. It's all going to crash, and we have to get rid of players anyway. And it's like building from scratch all over again in 3 or 4 years.
So I didn't want Jeanty. Everybody knows that I did not want to take Jeanty because I felt like our offensive line was trash, and we were just going to put him behind an offensive line that was going to get him killed, and that's exactly what we did. Mimbu was a guy that was on my list. Matter of fact, he might have been like number 1, number 2 on my list from that draft class of people that I wanted. But he's here now. It is what it is. We have a running back. Now we just got to put the rest of the people. I mean, I feel like the Raiders went backwards in building the team the way it should be. Like everybody says you start with a quarterback. I don't necessarily technically believe that you start with a quarterback, because if you go out and get a quarterback and then everything else you pick is trash, what good is the quarterback?
Andrew Luck going to retire early.
So like I believe it starts with the trenches, offense, defensive line, That's where your team start. You know what I mean? You start there, and then you build out from that. Once you got protection on your offensive side of the ball, and you have motherfucking defensive front that can actually contend with offensive lines, then you have some form of pressure and protection. So I'm just saying, like, I've always, even though I'm a defensive guy, I've always felt like you build your team from the trenches. If your trenches is solid, because that's the bottom. If anybody knows what a trench is, that's when you dig underground. When your trenches are solid, that's a solid foundation for your team to be built upon. So,
bro,
and Nutty Rare Nate said it, bro. We've been building backwards for a long time, bro. We've been drafting corners and not drafting defensive linemen, especially interior defensive linemen. How many secondary players have we taken in the first and the second round over the last decade or so, dude, and ignore the interior defensive line?
Just recently.
You're right. Yeah. Dukes. We should have took the cocksucker that went to the Texans, bro. We just did it again. Yeah, you're right. And we traded down, and they took that pick to draft that cocksucker from the
every time. Every fucking time.
Bro, I just thought about that. Ain't that about a bitch? And I like trading Stooks, bro. That motherfucker better show something. It's gonna be it goes back to, you feel me, that the Raiders cannot draft anybody in the second round. All of our second round picks suck, dude. Respectfully.
Yeah,
like I
Frank,
don't mean to say
that
sucks.
is what we have, Frank. We have plenty of chrome for a motor with a rod knock, bro.
Type shit. I see that, and that's the reason why I have the Raiders between 3 and 5 wins this year, because this team, they have talent, right? But the talent that the Raiders have is extremely top heavy talent. There's not a ton of depth on the Raiders roster. I mean, if we lose a linebacker, we're fucked. You know what I'm saying? If we lose, I hate to say this shit, but like Stokes, right? Stokes is a dude that historically been injured. Like we lose any of these guys that are integral parts of our team, the Raiders cannot afford a substantial injury, bro. That's why I said all off season, bro, and end of training camp, dog. I was so surprised that the Raiders had no injuries. Like, we really didn't have no significant injuries besides, Chidobe Awuzium. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry. But, we wish him nothing but the best in his recovery process. But outside of that, we haven't lost no significant players for any amount of time. And, the Raiders dodged the bullet with the Ashton Jeanty. And the Ashton Jeanty news that I'm hearing as of recently is that it's looking more like a low ankle sprain, guys. Not even a high ankle. No, you did. I'm just clarifying it. I'm just clarifying it for everybody else.
I know.
For sure. And it's looking like that he might miss week 1 just for precautionary reasons, but there's still a huge chance that the Raiders could use Ashton Jeanty week 1. But do you truly need him against a Miami team when you have Mike Washington? I'm not going to get ahead of ourselves, but obviously, Miami's had our card for a minute. So let's get into the game, bro. Let's not hesitate anymore. Let's get into the game, guys. We got our graphic that we're going to pull up. Shout out to Raider Ray in the building. If you guys are in the membership program, we do post our our podcast pamphlets, members only, bro. So you guys go and jump into the membership program. We got our pamphlets available, so you guys can pretty much keep in line what we're pretty much doing, the same shit, pretty much stay in tune with one another. All right, guys, so this is it. Raiders, Niners. Let me zoom in a little bit here, chat. You guys keep in tune with us. All right, so Raiders, 49ers. This is tomorrow in Allegiant Stadium. Kickoff 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be on Fox 5 Las Vegas, theRaiders.com, obviously Raider Nation Radio 920. And if you guys are in the Northern California market, it should be on Fox. Usually they show all the Niner games out here, so that's the one game that I typically don't have to worry about streaming. So 44th meeting with the Niners in the preseason. The Niners hold the preseason series advantage with 22 wins to the Raiders 20 with 1 tie. There is going to be a 53-man cut down, guys. That's coming up on Sunday. We're probably going to do a show specifically Friday. we're going to do the 53-man cut. So make sure you guys tune into the Just Win Baby podcast Friday night. We're going to be primarily focusing on 53-man cuts. The Niners approaching this game. They're not going to start they're not going to play many of their starters. It's going to be a lot of backups. And this is going to be the Raiders' final tune-up before Miami. So let's get into the quarterbacks right off the bat, guys. We're going to start with the quarterbacks. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you haven't already, man, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Rather you are pulling up a chair in the lounge at RaiderBen. You tapped into the Loaded Box ENT with my brother, Nutty Raider Nate, or if you over there, the Natural Born Raider podcast with my brother, Dyrti. So we starting with the quarterbacks, man. Fernando Mendoza, biggest storyline tomorrow night. Can he stack good reps, avoid costly mistakes? Last preseason chance to build momentum in the quarterback one race. Kirk Cousins opened up camp as QB1, but as Kubiak said recently, the battle stays in focus. Kirk Cousins, I don't think is going to play in this game. You know, they haven't said shit, bro. You know what's crazy is, do you guys think that Kirk Cousins gets some playing time in this game? Because they haven't said nothing. They've asked Clint Kubiak all preseason, or all week going into this preseason game, and he hasn't named anything, dude. He's been stitch-lipped this entire time. And then Aiden O'Connell still matters in the three quarterback conversation. Shout out to my brother Nutty Raider Nate. He brought this up yesterday when he called into the line. And he brought this to my attention. I did not know this. Aiden O'Connell got no reps, bro. Like damn near no reps in practice. So he's got no reps. It was pretty much just Kirk Cousins and just Fernando Mendoza took all the reps. Aiden O'Connell didn't take no reps. What does that say about Aiden O'Connell? Like a lot of question marks are being arised from this week of practice. But I'm gonna throw it over to Nutty Raider Nate, bro. The quarterback story with Fernando Mendoza.
I don't think it's been much of a quarterback competition at all, guys. As far as Mendoza taking reps with the ones and getting a fair chance, I don't think it's been like that. Maybe I feel like, yes, it hasn't been a competition. I want to say like they're just trying to save him. I'm not sure what the issue is, but Aiden O'Connell not getting any reps is kind of iffy to me. Yeah, it's crazy. So even if Mendoza play, he should play, but I don't think Kirk Cousins will play, and that should tell everybody everything they need to know. They probably all should play at least a series.
Swarm that fella.
We'll
what up, Rebel Raiders? Saludos. Search. Hey, we're streaming on TikTok too, man. So if you guys are following this channel over on TikTok, Sir Charles says he don't believe Trey Tucker is a number one. I think a lot of us over here would agree with you with that, man. If you guys are on TikTok, man, we're also streaming over on YouTube. Nobody cares about preseason. Anyways, go ahead, Dyrti. Your thoughts on the quarterback room, bro? Fernando Mendoza, the story of the night.
You want my take on the Fernando story? The Fernando story?
Yes,
okay.
Please, brother.
Okay.
We need it.
Okay.
We need it. The nation needs it, bro. We need it in our veins.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, for sure.
Can he stack good reps and avoid costly mistakes? That's a question that I feel like most people who are still evaluating him have on their.
Appreciate you, baby. Sugar. Much love, dog.
Have as a
always
concern.
Keep it 100.
It really comes, like I said, it really comes down to what he plays with and who he plays against.
Great point.
You know what I mean? It comes down to what he plays with and who he plays against.
Type shit.
Last preseason chance to build momentum in the QB1 race.
Charles,
I don't, and that's the other thing. I don't think there's anything he could do short of coming out and putting up like 6 touchdowns, no interceptions, throw for 300 and something yards, and 1/2 to get him the starting job as the QB1 for week 1. I believe that Kirk Cousins is going to be the starting quarterback when we open week 1. Mendoza will be. But
Kirk Cousins is going to be the starter.
Shout out to Raider Knight, dude. Thanks, brother.
And if he's not, then that means Fernando did his job. And I'm not one of those people who believe that he is 100% ready to take the first snap and the responsibility as a starting quarterback week 1. I'm just not. I would rather have Kirk Cousins up there, let Kirk Cousins do his thing, see what the offense looks like, and go from there. If that's not the case, coaches see something different. I'm wrong. I accept it. But if you put that boy out there and we look like straight trash and he get hurt, that ain't on me. That ain't on me.
Basura.
Now,
basura.
Aiden O'Connell, does he still matter? Upon further review, as the Raiders would like to say, shout out to today's show. What he did last week was against 4th and 5th string players. A lot of those players got cut. So
let's start until Sunday.
He matters in the sense that if they don't want to play Mendoza this year, if they're sticking to their guns of not playing Mendoza this year, then Aiden O'Connell matters in the 3 quarterback conversation race. The only thing that people were saying, oh, he didn't get any reps. He's not going to get any reps with the ones unless somebody gets hurt. You can't give 3 quarterbacks reps with the ones.
Nope.
So it's your starting quarterback getting reps with the ones, and the quarterback that you hope is the future of your franchise getting reps with number 1s. O'Connell is a backup. I've always said he is a good backup. He's not a starter. He only looks like a starter because he started games where he was the backup because the other guy got injured. He didn't.
Oh.
You know what I mean? He didn't earn the right to be a starter. He was a starter because the starter was hurt. So, yes, he matters in the sense of if they truly plan on not playing Mendoza this year, they have to keep Aiden O'Connell around as their backup because they're not going to play Mendoza. So, there you have it. Yes, he matters if that is their plan. If their plan is to just play Kurt till Mendoza is 100% ready, there really isn't no reason to carry O'Connell.
Definitely keeping 3 quarterbacks, in my opinion.
I believe so, but I just broke it down to 2 sides.
I feel you. Saludos, Raider Ray, bro. Cheers. Hey, shout out to everybody in here, man. You guys take 2 seconds, bro. Hit the like button. Go subscribe to all the channels. If my moderators in the chat right now, bro, make sure you guys are dropping the links to Dyrti's channel as well as Nutty Raider Nate's channel, bro. I'd highly appreciate that, man. Make sure you guys are subscribed to all 3 channels, man. We do this as one. We are a network. This is the nation with attitude, bro. So we appreciate you guys, man. Like my brother Dyrti claimed before, bro. We got the world's most dangerous chat, and you guys are a part of that, bro. You guys are a huge part of what we do as content creators, bro. Without you guys are the lifeblood of our channels, man. So we really appreciate y'all spending some time with us tonight. So let's jump into the chat. Let's see how see what comments we got here with the quarterbacks. Shout to Raider Ray. He said, I just want to see guys make splash plays tomorrow, finish the preseason strong, and stay healthy, bro. The key part, bro, healthy, dog. I love that. I think that's my biggest take is we got to get out this bitch healthy, bro. You know, the Raiders have, you know, obviously we dodged a bullet with Jeanty. Let's continue. Shout out to my brother NorCal Raider Jesse on TikTok, bro. I see you. You guys, I want to finish healthy, bro. Like I said, we haven't had any major injuries. Sorry, I get attention issues sometimes, bro. I'm so sorry. But you know, one thing I do want to see in terms of splash plays, I want to see Fernando Mendoza throw the ball down the field tomorrow. I think if Fernando Mendoza can show his arm off, you know, and get, you know, our trash can player of the week last week, Malik Benson, one of these big time deep balls down the field. That's a duo to look out for, in my opinion, chat. Fernando to Malik, because all the hype we've been hearing is Fernando. Every time Malik Benson makes a play, it's from Fernando. I think if we can get a long ball, that's probably the biggest thing I'm looking forward tomorrow from Fernando, is if we can get that long ball going. Rebel Raiders said, are we playing AOC so much to try to trade him or keep him as a permanent backup? What's your thoughts on that one, Dyrti?
Trade him for what? That's the question. You gotta give me some value. What is he worth?
What's your worth? What's your value?
I don't know.
I agree. I know. I think if a team threw a fourth at me, I would take it. I'm not taking nothing. I'm not taking nothing less than a fourth for Aiden, bro. I'm not taking
nothing less than what I used to get him. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not taking nothing less than what I used to get.
And he's proven, bro, that he can play with this national.
He can be a solid backup.
And I'm not going to sit here and hop on my high horse with Aiden O'Connell, but I think on the right team in the right scheme, Aiden O'Connell might have a chance, probably not to be a dominant starting quarterback, but I think he has potential to be better than like Gardner Minshew. Shit, Gardner Minshew started in the NFL, chat. Let's keep it a painter. That same year that he started over Aiden O'Connell should have started that year. You feel me? Like, so that's the point I'm trying to make, bro. There's a lot of teams out there with some bum-ass quarterback probably starting right now. I don't know the entire NFL. I don't follow it like a glove like I follow the Raiders. I know ball, but I don't follow every single team. But I'm sure there's a core. Bro, I'm taking Aiden O'Connell over bum-ass Geno Smith with the Jets. Let's keep it a bean. The only reason why the Jets got bum-ass Geno Smith is because they probably trying to get that number 1 overall pick to get a quarterback. But we know that's quarterback purgatory. How many times they draft a quarterback and they suck?
You're keeping an Aiden O'Connell.
I don't think there's a market. I don't think there's a market for him right now.
Not a market.
I think considering. Hold on. Let me finish.
Yeah. Go ahead. Elaborate.
Considering that next year's draft is supposed to be one of the most loaded drafts with the QBs, I think a lot of teams are intentionally tanking. So unless they just need to fill a roster spot, I don't see anybody.
That's a great point.
So
I agree. There's quarterbacks that they're probably wanting to get next year. They're not worried about Aiden O'Connell this year. I agree with that statement.
I think you keep an Aiden O'Connell though, especially if you don't plan on bringing a Kirk Cousins.
Shout to Panda. I see you in the chat. Saludos, Panda.
If you're not going to bring back Kirk Cousins,
saludos, Miguel on TikTok. Saludos.
You know who's going to be your backup? You can't quite possibly think your UDFA. That's probably not going to make your squad is going to be here as your backup. You're not gonna go out and get another wild vet to be your backup next year. So what are you going to do? Right? As I said, there is no harm in carrying 3 quarterbacks, be it Aiden O'Connell second string and Mendoza as that third, you know what I mean, that don't count against the spot, or if it's Mendoza as their second and O'Connell as that third that doesn't take up a spot. There's reason to carry a third quarterback when you don't even have faith in your number 1 overall pick even being your starter day 1. There is definitely a reason to carry a third quarterback.
I mean, unless the rule changed, Dyrti, I think you can protect a third quarterback.
You could put him on the roster every week and it don't count against you.
That's what I'm saying. If y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure I don't know if that rule was changed.
Nope.
But I'm sure yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm sure you can protect the quarterback. So if the Raiders can protect the quarterback, they're going to stash Aiden O'Connell on that practice squad non-touchable player. Because I think that's how it works. Then you can put a player on the practice squad and they can't touch him regardless how old he is. It's like that one practice squad spot. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but if I tend to think I know ball a little bit, unless that rule has changed. Dyrti kind of elaborated a little bit with that. I think that rule still stands. And if that rule still stands, there's no fucking way in hell we're getting rid of Aiden O'Connell. He knows the system, bro. He knows the people in the building. I think that's the biggest part with Aiden, bro. Like, he knows everybody in that bitch from Mark Davis everywhere down. And like I said before, Aiden O'Connell has won for us. regardless if you think he's not a starter or not, that's fine. He's not going to be our starter anyways. But as a legitimate backup quarterback that I think would, sign for us and redo his contract, I would love to have him as our backup, dude, over anybody else. Y'all know my love for Aiden. I think Aiden, unfortunately, got the short end of the stick with Jimmy Garoppolo. He got the short end of the stick with Gardner Minshew. He got the short end of the stick now, but may the best man win. And regardless if he doesn't play or not, I have a lot of love for Aiden O'Connell, dude. He was drafted by us, and I love when we draft players and they succeed. And,
all right, so here's the rule,
killer
man.
as well.
Here's the rule. So here's how
exactly,
the 3
baby
QB,
Suge type shit.
This is how the 3 QB rule works. All right. 53-man roster requirement. To use an emergency third quarterback on game day, that player must be kept on the team's primary 53-man active roster rather than the practice squad. Game day activation. Team lists 2 quarterbacks on their active game day list, while the third quarterback can be dressed and designated as an inactive emergency player. Entry restrictions. The emergency third quarterback cannot enter the game for regular performance reasons. They are only allowed.
What up, Jess Carlos?
Both
what up, Niner gang?
Top 2 quarterbacks are injured or disqualified. Returning players. If a sideline active quarterback is medically cleared later in the match, they are allowed to return, and the emergency third quarterback must leave the field. Yeah, so you have to keep 3-man. You have to keep him on your 53-man active roster.
That's tough, though. That's tough. Do y'all think so that definitely solidifies some shit there, or put some context on shit. I don't know, bro. I truly don't know. If he has to be on the 53-man roster, what worries me about him having to make the 53-man roster, bro, to be honest, is that the Raiders have a lot of defensive backs and a lot of guys that haven't proven much. And if they keep a third quarterback, that's gonna, we're gonna have to, one of these defensive backs, bro, they're gonna get the chopping block. And I don't know if the Raiders want to give up their DBs for Aiden.
How many quarterbacks did we keep last year?
I don't remember, bro. I don't.
3. We actually had 4.
Okay, well, thank you. So then we're definitely, if we kept 3 last year, we're keeping 3 this year. Thank you. All right, so let's continue with the chat, bro. We appreciate y'all, boys. Raiders Unleashed. I don't see anyone can say Cousins has done anything to be QB1. He's not even looking good against our defense. I see your argument. I that's why I said earlier, I think outside of one drive from Kirk Cousins, we haven't seen much. I've seen Mendoza, look good at times. We obviously seen the turnover from Mendoza, but I'm a huge proponent of, a guy that doesn't make the same mistake twice. Fernando Mendoza, the first game against the Cardinals looked decent. The second game outside the pick 6, he rebounded a little bit and he looked decent. If he can rebound again, like I said, bro, this is that Derek Carr 2014 moment for Fernando, in my opinion. If he goes out there and lights him up and throws, 3 touchdowns against the Niners, I think he has a real legitimate shot to be the Raiders starting quarterback for 2026, just mainly because Clint Kubiak said the starting quarterback job is still up for grabs. And if Kirk Cousins don't play, how is he even in the argument? Because if he doesn't play and Fernando plays well, the writing's on the wall. I mean, I might be mistaken. A shout to Alfredo for posting Dyrti's channel and my brother, the Nutty one with the loaded box. Go ahead, Dirty. Was you trying to get into something?
Yeah,
players to watch. Okay.
Yeah.
Players to watch, man. Fernando Mendoza. We talked a little bit about Fernando Mendoza, but here it is right here. This is the star of the show, in my opinion, chat. Mike Washington. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys are excited to see Mike Washington tomorrow. Shout out to my brother Willie Wayne pulling up. Shout out to John Leon in the chat. Mike Washington, bro, chance to strengthen his running back role. We don't know the significance of the Ashton Jeanty injury so far. The Ashton Jeanty injury is, slowly but surely looking like it's more, non-serious than serious. With the most recent report coming out, looking like it's a low ankle sprain, which isn't really that serious in my opinion. It's day-to-day type shit. And Ashton Jeanty, to me, I hate to say it this way, bro, but if you got a low ankle sprain, either he doesn't have an extremely high pain tolerance, or it was an overreaction by the media and the team as a whole. Because a low ankle sprain, yeah, that bitch hurts, bro. I wear ankle guards sometimes, bro, because my ankles fucking hurt, bro. So I don't know if it's blown out, but that's a story for another day. But Mike Washington, go ahead, Dyrti. Go ahead, chat. Let us know your opinions on Mike Washington.
Well, hitting on the Jeanty injury real quick, you know what I mean? He grabbed his
type shit.
You know what I mean? He grabbed his leg. It's not like he grabbed any specific part
Excited
of his body.
for him. Shout out to Mo.
Went down and he grabbed his leg, right? Okay, cool. I get it. They thought one thing, we're hearing reports of something else. It is what it is, right? But getting into Mike Washington Jr., as I said, Ben, you know where I stand with our two running backs, man. I feel like there is a strong possibility that we might have two running backs that could actually hit 1,000 yards.
Shout out to Just Carlos.
They both know how to excel past the line. They both know how to hit the hole. One has more of a higher top end speed than the other, right? But one is stronger than the other. You know, so it's going to be a great 1-2 punch. I can't wait till they come up with a nickname for the two. You know what I mean? Thunder and Lightning sucks. I don't want to hear that.
Hey, that shit ass. Come on,
Sonic
that shit ass.
has already been taken. You know what I mean? So like, I want to hear a dope ass 1-2 name for my backfield, because I feel like they bring that type of energy, bro. Like, I think that's what they do. They're bringing that type of energy to the game. And I said, Mike Washington was the number 2 running back in the whole draft, right? This is his chance to prove that he was technically the number 1 running back in the game, because Love is out for a while. So here's your chance to get a jump on the number 1 guy above you to get your stats moving before he gets a chance to get his stats moving. So here you go. It's your opportunity. You know, if Jeanty does not come back week 1, you have this week, you have a week off, and then you got week 1 to come out and show and prove that you worth being on people's fantasy team.
I don't like that nickname. I don't even think we should be considering any nicknames. But
yeah, fuck some nicknames. Great shit. I'm about tired of goddamn nicknames and comparisons and shit. I'm over that.
Look, I'm not gonna let you come up here and shit on my opinion of a good nickname, because you know it's gonna fucking happen. I don't care.
Yeah, I want it to happen naturally. Right? I want it to happen naturally. But I've heard some.
I do too.
What up, babe? Love you.
I've heard some dumb ones.
I have too. That's why I said Thunder and Lightning. That's trash. I don't want to fucking hear that. That's garbage.
That's cliche. That's too.
Thunder and Lightning.
Unoriginal.
Y'all are fucking stupid, bro.
Nigga, give me Tom and Jerry or something. You know?
Hey, Tom and Jerry's fire though. God damn it! Hey, you heard it here first, you son of a bitch.
Give me Tom and
I
Jerry.
like Tom and Jerry, bro.
You know what I mean? Like
Pinky in the Brain.
Mike and Ike, bro.
That Pinky in the Brain would have fit perfectly with Zamir White being Pinky in any of them running back rooms. Dude, Pinky in the Brain would have fit perfectly with any running back room that had Zamir White in it, because he was obviously Pinky, dude. And you didn't even have to be the brain, dude. You could just be anybody that was relatively fucking smart, dude, to be better than that motherfucker, gang. Hey, bro, I hate to be so rough on players. So let me just say this, bro. I'm gonna take the graphic down so people can see us a little bit more. Bro, I invest a lot in the Raiders, bro. I love the fuck out the Raiders. And shout out to Vic Sacramento. When I feel like players come into the Raiders and they waste years of my life, I don't like that. I truly don't like that, because time is money, life is money. And there's been plenty of players that have come here and in this bitch and made a mockery of our franchise and have wasted years of my life. And I'm tired of being respectful and saying once a Raider, always a Raider. No, dude, if you made my life miserable for 9-10 years of being a Raider fan, or 3 or 4 years, and you were the worst player ever, shout to fucking Tyree Wilson and fucking Alex Leatherwood, fuck you, dude. Fuck you, dude. I invest too much in this team to
I'm
give.
about to nickname them right now. I'm about to nickname them right
Fuck
now.
that.
You hear it anywhere
that,
else.
Dude. Shout out to El Rudy for following on TikTok.
You
dude.
hear it
Appreciate
anywhere
you,
else. You know where you heard it first.
And we cranking over 5,000 likes on TikTok, chat. Let's go, man. Saludos.
I'm gonna call these dudes the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. I'm gonna call these dudes the Road Warriors because that's all they gonna do. They just gonna plow the road, bro. This Road Warriors. They just about to run all over the NFL. I'm telling you, if these cats if they both get 1,000 yards rushing this year, they got to be the Road Warriors.
Bro, it's gonna be nasty.
The shuck and jive. No, this ain't the 70s.
Shout out to Ernie Rios.
Double down, Brocatron. Brocatron? What is that? what is that, bro?
Brocatron. He's talking about Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers. Oh, I don't know. They'll figure it out, bro. I want it to be organic too. They'll figure it out.
All right,
man.
so I think I actually got some clips, chat. So I did want to get into some actual audio of Clint Kubiak, because if you guys haven't been checking out the shorts over here in the Silver and Black Lounge, I've been dropping a ton of shorts, keeping you guys tapped in between the live streams. So let me go over to my channel real quick. We're gonna go over to my videos. I got a couple clips that I want to get into going into this game. So we're going to stop the screen here. We're going to get into this. So this was the Jeanty shit, right? This is the Jeanty shit we want to talk about first. And this is primarily focused on if Jeanty gets injured, what's the delay on Fernando Mendoza. Actually, no, this is not the clip I wanted to play. I wanted to play this one. Sorry, guys. I apologize for that. So we want to get into the news on Ashton. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I apologize. We're going to show the screen. This is the Clint Kubiak's official announcement. And I love how Clint Kubiak, approaches these these press conferences, bro. He is extremely stitch lip. Shout out to Adam Ruiz for following on TikTok, bro. I appreciate you, gang. So let's get into it, bro. This is the latest. If you guys haven't heard from Clint Kubiak.
There has been all kinds of speculation about Ashton's injury. Everyone from NFL insiders to social media opinions. But until the Raiders actually said something, none of the information was concrete.
You gotta turn it up.
The Raiders
is it quiet?
It's super low.
It's tough. Trying to figure out if I can turn it up a little bit. That's tough. I don't know if I can turn it up anymore because it doesn't give me the option. Hold on. No. That shit don't give me no option to turn that bitch up. That's weird. We can't hear it. We can't hear it on the live stream. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can adjust it a little bit. That's weird. It sounds fine. But for whatever reason, we're not hearing it on the live stream. Shouts to Raider Ray. He watched it this morning. Appreciate you, brother. I don't know if I can turn it up, bro. That kind of sucks. That defeats the purpose.
There's no button.
Can you hear it?
No.
Can you? I mean, you can't hear it at all?
I mean, lightly, it sounds like it's.
I don't think I can turn it up, bro. So we're gonna have to. We might have to lock in just a little bit here. We have to lock in maybe just a little bit. I mean, otherwise I can turn it off. If you guys prefer me to try, I'll turn it off. It don't matter. I honestly don't think I could turn it up, bro. Like the audios, they don't give me no options. Like, look, there's no volume options. There's nothing. That's weird. I think it's a StreamYard shit. Okay, well, let's just play it and then we'll talk about it, bro.
Information was concrete. The Raiders have been radio silent since Ashton Jeanty went down Sunday afternoon in a portion of practice where cameras were not allowed. Jeanty went to the turf and had to be helped off the field by two people from the medical staff. On Tuesday, head coach Clint Kubiak would not give any details, giving the same answer to almost every question about Jeanty.
Do you have any updates on Ashton Jeanty and the severity of his injury?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the injuries. He's on the mend.
Is there any talk or conversation about starting the season on IR for Ashton?
Not going to talk about injuries. He's on the mend.
While the extent
So that's pretty much a gist of it, bro. If y'all couldn't hear it, I apologize. I'm sorry. But if y'all didn't see it, I did post a short. Shout out to you guys, bro. I got over 1,000 fucking likes on the short, bro. I mean, 1,000 views. I'm like at like 80 likes, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Loco6. Appreciate you guys. But pretty much, he came out and said that Ashton Jeanty is on the mend. I'm gonna go take a piss real quick. I'm gonna start with Dyrti. What's your opinion on the statement of on the mend? What does the statement on the mend mean to you? I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
On the mend? I mean, don't you have to offend somebody to mend something? I said I could barely hear what was being said. I ain't even gonna front and act like I heard any of that shit. I didn't. Bro, I didn't hear it. So I haven't seen it. I don't know what to say. But when you say mend, like MEND, does that mean you have to offend somebody to have to mend something? I don't know.
I guess it's synonyms, or its definition is recovering or getting better after an illness or injury. It's just pretty much recovering, healing, or improving, getting better.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, I like it. You don't want to tell everybody what's going on. Nobody needs to know. He doesn't have to report it either. So it's strategic. Huh?
That was Ashton Jeanty?
Yeah. Talking about Ashton and his phantom ankle injury. I swear, bro. It sounds kind of staged because even as he was setting it up right now, he was like, "Oh, nobody was allowed to record and the part of practice and like, yeah. Well, how'd you guys see the fucking prayer and how'd you guys see the injury when he hit his knee? Whoever reported that bullshit."
Hey, so
that was some bullshit.
Baby,
fuck that bullshit report.
Yeah.
Real quick, hey,
Assholes.
Baby Shug. So welcome to the channel. You know what I mean? Again, so I'll tell you something about our channels, our 3 channels that you have stumbled upon. We like to keep things lighthearted around here sometimes. So sometimes we might do something ridiculously crazy, like try to come up with, nicknames. You know what I mean? Because it's just fun for us. We try to keep some lightheartedness, even though we
entertainment value. We try to
keep it real, like 100% real with everybody, bro. And that's just kind of our characters. We're not corny, and I can see how you consider it. We both from LA County. There's a lot of things we consider corny, but sometimes for us, it's entertainment value, and it keeps our chat entertained. And we are the most interactive cats out here that fuck with our chat. Like,
we have meetups. We have meetups in LA, baby.
We stay interactive with our chats. You know what I mean? So, we appreciate you definitely being here. And please don't take it personal or anything like that. That's just kind of how we interact around here, man. It's fun for us. We try not to put too much on it because, man, when we suck, bro, when our team sucks, bro, somebody got to bring some joy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know you were talking to the chat, Shug. It's just our chat kind of reflects, you know what I mean, just how we operate.
Yeah, we just be fucking around, bro.
Like the slice and dice, that shit's hilarious to me, bro. Slice and dice, that is.
I actually like that. I actually like slice and dice,
but that is fucking hilarious, bro. That shit is gonna make me laugh.
I'm taking slice and dice over fucking thunder and lightning. You know what I'm saying? I at least give my brother an A for originality.
Hey, that is original as fuck. But I was like slice and dice, like, bro, what are we chopping up onions?
So let's get into the overall consensus of the chat. So I asked earlier in the chat, right, was are you guys excited to see more Mike Washington? Press a 1 in the chat. I've seen a lot of 1s, but I also seen a lot of people that said they don't want to see no more Mike Washington. They think they have seen enough of Mike Washington. I'm trying to find the comments in the chat, but let me throw it to you, Dirty Raider. Do you think that we should see more of Laube and Obamware and Ohimbi and they let Mike Washington sit because we've seen enough? What's your thoughts on that?
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Type shit.
I'm fine with that. Let these other dudes fight for their spot. If you're gonna carry
as much as I want to see Mike Washington, I think I've seen enough, low key. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I don't think you need to play him. Honestly,
Powder and Rock is crazy, dude. I'm not gonna fucking lie, Raider Rebel, dude. You're a fucking fool for that one.
Powder and Rock.
Powder. Soft and hard. Which one do you want? Go ahead. No woes. We don't do no pausing over here. No woes. Soft. If you've been there and done that, we old enough to know the difference between soft and hard. Without having to get no weirdo shit. I hate that we live in a world where motherfuckers instantly get into some weirdo shit. Nah, gang. Nah, it ain't none of that. Go ahead.
Hey, look, if it was Dylan Laube and Mike McCaffrey and McCaffrey, then okay, yeah, I could see Powder and Rock. But neither one of these dudes is the shade of any of those two substances.
That would change the world the way those two substances. I mean, those two substances change the world.
No, that's not. And I'm thinking,
fuck you, Raider Rebel. He said he clipped it. Fuck you, Raider Rebel. I'm flagging it, you son of a bitch. I'm flagging it for copyright infringement. Fuck you. I don't give you right.
I like ground and pound is crazy.
Shout out to King Alexander. Fuck the Niners.
Nicknames got to come organic, bro, or they don't mean anything. You know
type
what I mean?
Shit. That's why Sonic and Knuckles came organic, because they was dominating the league over there with Detroit. Type shit.
Look, that's like hood name. Well, not really hood names, but like motorcycle club names.
My brother King Alexander, bro. I might like you, but fuck your team. What up, Josh? Saludos.
If you ever want to know how a member got their name, it's always because they did something while they was prospecting.
I love you, baby. Thank you. My baby, my wifey sent me 100 jewels or 2 jewels with 100 emojis. Saludos, babe. Love you. Appreciate you. Man, bro, I'm so excited for Mike Washington, bro. You know what's crazy, gang? Let's put some context on Mike Washington, right? Dude, shout out to the Discord over there with the Tape Don't Lie Discord. I know my brother Baby Suge just dipped about that shit. You feel me? For the motherfuckers get political in Discords, bro. That's how social media is. Why don't fuck with social media? Motherfuckers start playing sides and politicking. Anyways, bro, you feel me? I said I'm not too upset. And let me put context, right? Because I hate to be long-winded, but I want to make sure you guys understand where I'm coming from. I didn't want to see Ashton Jeanty lose any amount of time, right? So I said, I'm not really upset that Mike Washington's going to get an extended amount of reps, because I think Mike Washington, for where he was drafted, he could have a chance to truly push Ashton Jeanty to be a starting running back in this league. The consensus big board had Mike Washington as the second best running back in this draft to only one Jeremiah Love, who has been touted as a generational running back. And we got him in the 4th fucking round. We're talking a guy that stands 6'1", 6'2", that runs 4.3 speed, that if he played for any team in the SEC besides Arkansas, he probably would have dominated them as well. Bro, we got that in the 4th round. So, no, I'm not. Yes, I'm a little bit, sour that Ashton got hurt. But, bro, we got a great running back room, bro. I think Mike Washington's a great compliment to what we want to do offensively. Shout out to my wife, man, with the treat. Love you, baby. But, yeah, man, I'm so excited for what this running back room could be. And shout out to my brother Dyrti, bro, because if it happens, you feel me? We tend to know a little bit of ball over here in the lounge, the Natural Born Raider podcast, the Loaded Box. You feel me? Dyrti said we're gonna have 2 1,000-yard backs. You feel me? And if that happens, bro, if the Raiders can just get any kind of, complimentary defense, bro, we got 2,000-yard backs, bro. We're gonna have a real shot. Fuck a number 1 wide receiver when you got 2,000-yard backs and Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer. I think Michael Mayer is going to be a huge part of what we do offensively this year, because we don't have no wide receivers. And I said this before, bro. I'm taking Michael Mayer in a passing set over Trey Tucker and the rest of our wide receiver room. If you're telling me, you feel me, you got to go Brock Bowers and Trey Tucker or Michael Mayer or any of the rest of our receivers, I'm rocking Michael Mayer, gang. So saludos to the chat, bro. Hey, shout out to Baby Suge with the $4.99 super. He said, there's no need to explain. I was talking to the chat due to them coming up with some lame-ass names. Nicknames are earned. Type shit. My brother Dyrti just said the same shit. You feel me? So I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Anyways, you guys, let's see. Let's get into the next player to watch. Let's throw it back over to the graphic. Let's go ahead and stop this screen. Let's go ahead and bring the next screen up. And shout out, you feel me? We still got like 40+ people in here. You feel me? We got like 20+ people on TikTok, man. Regardless of where you're at, man, subscribe to the channels. Hit likes on all the channels. Moderators, if you haven't already, man, share the link to all channels, man. The Natural Born Raider podcast, my brother Dyrti, the Loaded Box entertainment with my brother Nutty Raider Nate, and pull up a chair in the lounge with your brother RaiderBen, bro. We're gonna bring up the net. We're gonna bring up our graphic again. We're gonna share the screen. Appreciate all of you guys, man, for coming through and spending some time with us tonight, bro. We truly appreciate it. Game day tomorrow. Fuck the Niners, bro. Let's make that very fucking clear, bro. Fuck the Niners, gang. All right, so players to watch. Jack Besh, wide receiver group. Jack Besh, after a, somewhat of a decent first game against Arizona, had no catches on no targets against Houston. Is that a credit to Houston defense, or is that the Raiders overdrafted a dude in the second round with Jack Besh again? Obviously, if you guys know me, I don't really like Carlos Rogers. Or I keep calling him Carlos Rogers, Caleb Rogers, goddammit. I'm not a big fan of him. I have a little bit of optimism for Charles Grant, but overall, to sum it up, I'm not a fan of Jack Besh. But he shut me up week 1, but he kind of solidified my statements that he's not very good against in week 2 against Houston. But like I said, there was a lot of reports I heard coming out of camp that week that Jack Besh was primarily going to be a blocker going to that game against Houston. But that's all speculation. Shout out to my brother Razor Raider in the 209. You feel me? But the wide receiver group, man, you guys heard it last week. If you guys didn't tune into the Just Win Baby podcast post game, Houston, Texas, you guys go back and watch that one. Who was we dumping that dump truck back up on, gang? Malik Benson, wide receiver group. I need to see Malik Benson do something this game. Bro, I got to see Malik Benson. I need to see Jack Besh get a bigger role. And what I mean by that is I need to see him, block and catch a couple, really, not really, but just a lot of passes for us and just be that guy that we thought should be in the second round playing against guys that probably aren't going to play in the NFL in 2 weeks. So anyways, Nutty Raider Nate, the wide receiver group, Jack Besh, how we feeling about the wide receivers? Chat, also chime in with us.
Oh, he's Jack Besh. He's a third down conversion guy, strong hands. His issue is the separation thing. But that was one of the better defenses in the league last week. So
shit. We said that
nobody really looked good in that first team or whatever team was out there when he was out there. So just chalk it up. Next game, short-term memory, including Malik Benson. I know we were kind of tough on him as well, but I think the expectations for him are kind of he's already reached him, in my opinion. To even be considered on the 53-man roster as a 6th-round pick I feel like that's a lock. So, it's at the end of the day, he drops some passes. It doesn't look real good in the games, but he's a 6th-round pick, and it seems like he's going to beat out Dante Thornton. So, yeah.
Anybody could beat out Thornton if he ain't available to be on the field in practice.
You know what's crazy, bro? It's like I came into this season with low expectations for this wide receiver room. And outside of them proving not only myself right, but some of you guys and the rest of and the rest of Raider Nation, bro, we felt like this wide receiver group was going to be weak. I went into this season, guys, you feel me, with the Darren Waller expectation at tight end. If you guys remember correctly, 2021, few years there with the Raiders, we didn't have an established, legitimate number one wide receiver, bro. But Darren Waller was him. We said it every single week, bro. Fuck who the wide receiver one is. We got Darren Waller, and he was frying shit, broke records for the Raiders type shit. What up, Rosetown? Saludos. I think that's going to be the mindset with this team. If the Raiders can make the playoffs, bruh, with Derek Carr, and this is no diss to Derek Carr, bro, but with Derek Carr and Jacobs, I feel like Jeanty's better than Jacobs. With Darren Waller, who I feel like, you know, Brock Bowers, and this is no disrespect to Darren Waller because I got his jersey hanging up in the studio here. You feel me? I think Brock Bowers is two Darren Wallers. You feel me? You know, you go back and look at that wide receiver core. Who the fuck we have? Zay Jones, a bunch of nobodies, right? We're back in that same scenario here with what would be a lot of people's thought that, you know, Clint Kubiak's a better coach than John Gruden. I know a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people don't like John Gruden. And if you feel that way, I honestly think that the Raiders may have a real opportunity, bro. And I hear you, Apikasi Renfro. But Renfro didn't really do that much that year for the Raiders. You feel me? But, you know, I feel like the talent's there, bro. Like, if you go back and you compare them same rosters with, you know, Darren Waller being the primary threat on offense, the Raiders could go 1-100 in 1 year. I said my expectations are tampered. Shout out to Daniel Perez and Marcus Arano over there on TikTok, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to Jay Sneaks on TikTok. Appreciate you, brother. The Raiders could do it, bro. I mean, let me know if you guys agree with me. Let's throw it around. Nutty Raider Nate, Dyrti, chat. If you had to choose between two pass catchers, right? Brock Bowers, the obvious one. Let's throw it around. Quick reactions. Michael Mayer, Trey Tucker, and we're talking about just pass catchers.
Who's more? What's the question?
Like who? If you're talking about you're trying to throw the ball and have a ball control offense, Michael Mayer or Trey Tucker?
I think Mayer's got the sure hands.
Dyrti?
Tucker.
Trey Tucker? Okay, I like that one. Michael Mayer, Jack Besh.
I like the matchups that Mayer can exploit.
Dyrti?
Mayer.
Michael Mayer, Dante Thornton.
Oh,
Mayer.
Yeah.
Dante Thornton, or not Dante Thornton, Michael Mayer, Jalen Naylor.
Jalen Naylor.
Nah, I didn't like what I've seen out of Naylor so far. I'm kind of disappointed.
Jalen Naylor.
Nah.
But you guys understand the point I'm trying to make here, right?
You didn't see Jalen Naylor with the starter. You saw Jalen Naylor with
Shout out to Randolph.
He should pop out on the screen, though. I don't see it now.
Randolph. Leave me alone, Mortimer. I'm not talking.
Shout out to GC for the follow. My brother. Hey, brother, TikTok going crazy right now. We're about to crack 10K likes on TikTok, bro. Saludos. Everybody in that video, saludos. Hey, gang.
No, sure.
So,
he asking who hands we trust more, not who.
Yeah, we're talking about true. I'm talking about ball control.
Yeah, ball control.
And the point I'm trying to make here, chat. Just bear with me here for a second because I'm a little long-winded. The Raiders are going to have a ball control offense. We're not looking for the splash play, chat. We ain't got a receiver to make the splash play, chat. We ain't got him.
That's not true. That's not true.
Who? All right, who you got? Who you got making the splash play?
So you gonna honestly sit here and tell me that Tucker ain't made no splash plays?
I'm not saying he hasn't, but I'm talking about like Himothy in splash plays.
You gonna sit here and tell me?
I love Trey.
You gonna sit here and tell me? You gonna sit here and tell me that Brock Bowers ain't made no splash plays? You gonna have the audacity to fix your dentals that hold your teethuses and sit here and tell me that you haven't seen Ashton Jeanty make no splash plays?
I'm talking about purely from the wide receiver group in terms of pushing the ball down the field, bro.
Naylor,
in terms of what Al Davis.
You haven't
Al
seen
Davis.
You haven't seen it, but Naylor has made splash plays in Minnesota. He did make some splash plays in Minnesota.
I'm not taking nothing away from nobody, Dyrti. I'm just talking about yes, Trey Tucker can make splash plays, but he's inconsistent. We've seen it year in and year out. And you're talking to a guy who loves Trey Tucker. I love Trey Tucker. People were out on Trey Tucker after like fucking 2 seasons. The year before, even last year and the year before last, people were like, Trey Tucker sucks. He's fucking terrible. We should get rid of him. He ain't shit. So on and so forth. I heard so much shit about Trey Tucker. You feel me? And he's the one piece that has solidified himself as the consistent. If you like him or not, bro, like, he's been the one guy that the team can rely on as a wide receiver. And you know what's crazy is he wasn't even drafted to be that guy. When we drafted for fucking Trey Tucker, he was what, a 3rd round, a 4th round, whatever. You feel me? So he wasn't even drafted originally to play this role that he's been forced to play over the last couple of seasons. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, you feel me? Like this year, this is, in my opinion, this is the make or break year for Trey Tucker. And I feel like he's overcome expectations for me, bro. When we drafted Trey Tucker, we drafted him high. Like, I think if I'm not mistaken, and shout out to Ozzy, bro, because I know a lot of people don't like Ozzy, and that's fine. But I'll give Ozzy credit for this, bro. Ozzy is like the first person that said the Raiders were going to draft Trey Tucker, and the entire league, including himself, had Trey Tucker being a projected 7th round pick. So if look at the fucking production that we got. Yes, we drafted him higher than what projection was, right? But we got a projected 7th round wide receiver that has put up the production that he has put up in a role that he's not even supposed to play in. He's not supposed to be a number 1. He's filling a role.
So that's
shout out to Mino, right? Bro. Saludo.
Tucker may not be a number 1. But you got to understand this: the true number one wide receiver position in this style of offense and in this scheme, it's not your outside guys. JSN played the number 1 wide receiver from the slot.
Yep. Type shit.
You know what I mean? He played the number 1 wide receiver from the slot. You have to understand that Kubiak is a coach that schemes for what he has
Go empty my piss jug.
You know what I mean?
That urinal type shit.
He schemes for what he has available.
We got urinals.
If Trey Tucker is the best wide receiver we have in the room, he is going to be wide receiver 1. That means Kubiak will find a way to scheme him into the offense as a true wide receiver number 1, be it from the slot position, be it from a stacked box playing 3 wide. He'll figure out a way. So although Trey Tucker might not be the ideal wide receiver, that people look for, he's not your prototypical wide receiver. In this offense, you don't have to be prototypical. You have to be serviceable. You have to be knowledgeable. You have to be filled with the ability and the want to go out there and create and do what is required of you. If you tell me that Trey Tucker is not that, I question what have you been watching. Trey Tucker is just like Max Crosby on defense. He has a motor that is nonstop, and he gives everything he has when he's on the field. For him to be so small, he throws himself into blocks. And he holds blocks well. So sometimes it's not always about the size of the dog. It's about the size of the dog in the fighter.
It's about the fighting the dog type shit.
No, I said it exactly how I wanted it to sound, Ben.
Okay, type shit. I respect it. No, I'm sorry. I apologize for that. No, go ahead. Talk your shit. I apologize. You should.
Like, so it's like, man, it just let the kid cook, bro. He was the number 1 wide receiver for us.
You know what I mean? Stat wise, he almost hit 1,000. He came through when we had nobody else to depend on. I'm gonna just let it play out. Because, like I said, JSN wasn't the number one wide receiver until Kubiak got there, and that's real spit. If you don't believe me, you can go check and see who was the 2 starting wide receivers the year before. JSN was number 3. He wasn't even a number 1 wide receiver until Kubiak got there. He made him that.
Metcalf. I mean, JSN was a good receiver, bro.
He was, but he wasn't the number 1 option the year that until Kubiak got there. He was not the number 1 option until Kubiak got there. Kubiak put him in that scheme to be. And then he wasn't even really a number 1 until they went and got old boy from the Saints. I mean, that's not technically true because JSN was still having, but once he got there, oh man, JSN role blossomed. So the thing about Trey Tucker is Trey Tucker does not require a double team. Brock Bowers does. So I believe Trey Tucker one-on-one can go up against probably 90% of the DBs in this league because everybody plays off in soft ass coverage, right? So, I mean, it's very rare that you see any teams out here playing true man up press. Everybody's playing off 5 to 9 yards deep. So if you're giving Trey Tucker an edge like that, I don't see, you know what I mean? I don't see a world where he can't at least convert passes.
But we got 10K likes. We got 10K likes on TikTok, chat. Saludos. Hey, Nutty Raider, bro. We moving up a little bit. We got the TikTok cranking right now, bro. I'm learning a little of this TikTok shit, bro. We got a lot of people over there, bro. Shout out to
TikTok, man. Appreciate y'all. Much love.
My brother, our brother, Modfather, NorCal Raider Jesse said, I'm hanging over in TikTok tonight, bro. He's going crazy on TikTok tonight, bro. Shout out to Modfather, NorCal Raider Jesse. Baby Shug said, I've decided to boycott all Raider games till they win at least 4 games in a row. I'll be tuning into you guys till they win 4 in a row. I appreciate you, bro. I don't see a 4-win streak this year for the Raiders, though, if I just look at the schedule.
You're going to be boycotting a long time.
Yeah, that's tough. All right, so let's move into our next player to watch, guys. In my opinion, let me know if you guys disagree in the chat. Let me know if you guys agree in the chat.
Does last week count?
Patrick Johnson, in my opinion, has been the standout player all preseason. Has made very, very great plays for the Raiders over the last couple of games, and the pass rush as a whole. Patrick Johnson's probably my biggest standout. I'm a huge fan of Cian Sloan. What up with you, Raider Twan? Saludos. Patrick Johnson, it's going to be a battle there, guys. And shout out to Joseph Duran with the 10 jewels that he's hiding in the chat, bro. I appreciate all the lurkers, everybody that don't comment. That's a lot of me. You feel me? I'm the kind of guy, I watch a lot of shows, but I don't comment half the time. I'm watching shows, bro. You know, I'm you guys are like I said, you guys are the appreciate you guys as always. Patrick Johnson, bro. You guys have any thoughts on Patrick Johnson? Like I said, Cian Sloan is going to be the biggest battle there. Nutty Raider Nate, go for it, bro.
He's a little undersized. I don't know if he'd had the same success against the ones as he is running around against the scrubs, respectfully. But
type shit.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. He's earned some respect, but I don't think he finds his way onto the roster unless they do something funny with the numbers. Because I looked at it already. I don't think there's any room for him. But maybe Meredith gets cut. But right now I have Meredith making it just because of his value, and you want to keep as many offensive linemen as possible. But if Meredith continues to shit the bed, I don't know what they plan on doing with him, but he might be a casualty. And another tricky one, I said this before when I looked at the roster, was I could see them playing with the the manipulating the roster a little bit by releasing the fullback Hayward. So
releasing the fullback,
they'll waive him. Nobody will pick him up, and then we'll pick him up later.
I think he. I mean, we're the first waiver claim though, right? I don't think he clears waivers, bro. The fullback, if there's a team that runs a fullback, there's no way he clears waivers.
I don't think he showed enough for somebody to come.
But this is preseason. I mean, what we've heard all training camp, all OTAs is that Connor Hayward has been a big part of what we want to do. And if you go back and look at them 2 Mike Washington runs so far in the preseason, bro, those were lead blocks by Connor Hayward. So I don't know, bro. Exactly. I don't think there's no way, bro.
I think there is. We'll see. We'll see.
Look, I'm telling you.
Go ahead, Dyrti.
I don't know what Patrick Johnson is going to end up doing, right? But I want to rewind just a second because I didn't I didn't drop my take on bet.
Sorry,
it's all good. It's all good. We went into the Tucker talk and Mayor and who hands, you know what I mean? But let me throw my back out there real quick. I'm gonna say this. You know,
I like it that way, bro.
About to blow some people's minds with this statement.
Whoa.
Shut up, Nutty Raider Nate, you son of a bitch.
About to blow some
Y'all gonna have to edit this part out or something.
No, none of that.
So, Betch, I'm gonna take my hat off. Give this young man a round of applause.
I like
he has done exactly what I wanted him to do. I have been very critical of the kid. I have talked more shit about him. I have dragged him through the mud. And I'm not the only one. A lot of Raider Nation has dragged his ass through the mud because we didn't see any production from him last year that showed any type of potential that he could be any form of a wide receiver in the NFL. I mean, a glimpse is nothing.
Shout out to Steven,
right?
Fresh kid.
But this offseason, you can see the work that he's put in. You can see how his development is coming along. Not saying that he's great right now, but you can definitely see the improvement. You can see the want and the will to, the drive to be better. He's not going to crumble under the pressure of people talking shit about him. He's going to rise to the occasion and move up. You know what I mean? This is what you want to see from players. This is what makes you feel good about the future. When you see that you have a player that might not be the potential that you think it is, that he is claimed to be, because the reports on him is that he was this star wide receiver coming out of college. We saw nothing of the nature last year. But then you see it in the preseason this year. You see it, in camp. You're hearing about it, how his blocking has gotten better. His ability to run routes has gotten better. His ability to catch the ball, at the point of contact, go up and get it. Like, his ability to be a wide receiver has grown. And so for me, I would like to say, young man, keep it up.
Grow on it. Learn from your mistakes.
Wrong, bro. I don't want to be right when I throw these takes out there about people being not good at their position or whatever. Prove me wrong. Yep. This is what I want to see from my players. I want them to say, oh, these motherfuckers think I'm this? Oh, I'll show them. And show me. That's a winning attitude.
He's a tough motherfucker to guard on third down for sure.
I want a winning attitude. If you're going to come here and wear the silver and black, bring a fucking winning attitude with you or get out of the building. I don't want no people that's just going to be complacent with being half-ass and average. I want people who are going to step up to the plate and show that they want to win. So, shots out the back.
My thing with Best, bro, is he just continued to get better, bro. Like I said, the report said that, because remember week 1 against the Cardinals, right? Our defensive backs, corners in particular, looked bad, right? But the report came out, and even Kubiak said it, that we wanted to test our DBs in man. Kubiak hasn't come out and said it, but there's been some reports coming out in that final game with Jack Bech that they wanted to test and see how he looked, in the run game, So I'm excited. I'm excited to see, what Jack Bech can do. You go back and look at that Cardinals game. A lot of his big time catches were on third down, and so far he's been third in Bech, like Jason Marshall said. So before we throw it over to our final topics of the night, we do once again appreciate every single one of you guys taking some time out of your night to come and chill in the Silver and Black Lounge, in the Natural Born Raider podcast, in the Loaded Box Entertainment. And if you haven't already, subscribe to all the channels. I know my brother Alfredo is currently posting the links to all channels in the chat. Also, man, go and check us out on Spotify, man. Silver and Black Lounge is on Spotify as well for you guys that can't catch these live shows. And if you are currently listening to us on Spotify, we truly appreciate your guys' time. TikTok, yeah, man. Shout out to TikTok, cranked over 11,000 likes, 12,000 likes on TikTok tonight, man. So it's not over yet. We got a couple more bases we want to cover. But once again, man.
50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allow us to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated, more than we can verbally express. Because I know people got to work tomorrow, people got school tomorrow, things of that nature. If you're on the other side of the world, you're probably just getting up.
Shouts out Afakasi.
Yeah, shouts out to you guys, you know what I mean? Or you might be in midday already, you know what I mean? But yeah. We appreciate you guys. We really do.
Facts. Once again, like I said before, bro, you guys are the lifeblood of all of our channels. You feel me? Me, Dirty Raider, and Nutty Raider Nate, we talk a lot. We got a group chat, but with we like to interact with other Raider fans. I have at one point, established, what I like to do based off tailgate talk. A lot of my channel is what you would hear if you went to a tailgate, man, whether it's in LA or in Oakland. And I'm not throwing no shade toward Vegas fans, bro, but I've never been to a tailgate in Vegas. But I know if you've ever been to a tailgate in LA or Oakland, that's a lot of what we talk about, bro. Like we be as professional as we can. We cover all the bases, but at the same time, we just like to be who we are. We're very unfiltered. We've prided ourselves on that, but at the same time, we try to bring just a tad bit of professionalism and education to the nation, man.
Tailgate in Vegas, though. I've been.
No, for sure.
You know what I mean? I've been. It's not there yet. It's not LA. It's not Oakland yet. But if the Raiders start winning more,
it can be that.
I don't mean just a couple of games this year. I mean actually start putting winning seasons together, at least above 500.
Type shit.
It'll get cracking again. But people ain't trying to go out to Vegas and spend money to watch a team not perform.
That struggles. Exactly. I mean, you guys remember the Carolina Panthers game, home opener with Antonio Pierce? Man, I hate to bring up bad memories.
To put all your shit in a trailer and take it up to Vegas. You know
Shout
what I mean?
To No Po Nick. Shout out to Blow Dicks. Shout out to Nando for following on TikTok. Appreciate you, brother. Nah, bro, it's a lot, bro, and like I'm not gonna get too much into it. A lot of you guys understand how I feel about the move to Vegas. I get it. Mark Davis has made a ton of bread and shit, but I feel like he hung a lot of Raider fans out to dry. As a season ticket holder myself in Oakland, what brought me to YouTube was, bringing the tailgate of Oakland, California to YouTube. You feel me? Nutty Raider Nate's been around my channel long enough to know some of you guys have as well. When I came to YouTube, my goal was to bring what it was like to be at a tailgate in the town and a game day experience for you in Oakland. A lot of people didn't get to see. You feel me? So shout out to the town. Shout out to all the LA fans. Shout out to all the Las Vegas fans.
I get how
you feel
y'all
me?
feel,
But
man.
the mecca of Raiders football will forever and always will be Oakland, California, bro. So
I get how y'all feel, man. I know how you and Raider fans feel about the move, right? But you
shout out to G7.
You got to look at it from this standpoint, bro. Although it may be our favorite NFL sports team, right? It is still considered an entertainment business, and you can't get stars. You can't get stars to come and play at Oakland without having to massively overpay them for performances they could never live up to. So at least in Vegas, you're paying a fair wage for players who now want to come and play here. Before, you couldn't even get players to even want to put us on the roster for a visit. Now everybody wants to at least come visit because it's Vegas. They at least want to hear us out. We are at least entertainment. Like, let's be real. If we would have stayed in Oakland, I don't know if our team would be.
Shout out to J-Dub. Love you, brother. Nice to see you back around.
Now. Let's just be honest. I don't think it'd be any better than what it is now.
Type shit, J-Dub.
So, I mean, I get it. I love Oakland.
Have a great night, Rebel. Love you, brother. Thanks for coming by.
But, hey, it is what it is. And now my team is at least an interesting team. It's at least a place that people will want to come.
An interesting team for other fan bases. I Baby Shug, I appreciate you, brother. Hopefully you enjoyed the content tonight, bro. We appreciate you for coming through and showing some love tonight. Shout out to the entire Tape Don't Lie program. Marcus Johnson, Matt Holder, and Glenn Rockney, man, they do a great job with their work over there, Baby Shug. So, once again, if you guys don't know Baby Shug, I met him over there with Tape Don't Lie, man. You feel me? Shout out to my brothers over there that do they thuggy. And once again, Baby Shug, I see Raider Rebel cutting out tonight, man. You guys have a great night, bro. We got our final segment. We're out of here, guys. So football tomorrow. And I believe we're all excited. So before we get out of here, guys, special teams, Kinsai Matsuzawa, special teams unit, and cleaner football as a whole. Nutty Raider Nate, what do we need to see, bro? Obviously, penalties have been a problem. Special teams has been a problem.
A new kicker, a new coach, new special teams coach. The decision to not fix to not address the kicker position is a Spytek issue as well. He's in charge of building the roster. I'm not happy with what we got going on as far as special teams for sure. And we got a bunch of guys for kick returner, but none of those guys have popped out either. So that's where I'm at.
Shout out to Danny over on TikTok. He said first time tapping in with the program. Do we know who's going to be starting tomorrow? It's all second streams and third strings. I expect to see no starters tomorrow. At the same time, I don't know. I mean, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Clint Kubiak has officially said, unless something has changed, he hasn't said nothing who's going to play tomorrow. That's why I posed the question earlier that will you guys think Kirk Cousins is going to play in this game? Because nobody has said anything. So, none of us know. None of us know. To answer your question, Danny, none of us know, bro. We will not know, and I think that's the best game plan to go into this final preseason game. Let these players know that their job is uncertain. Nobody knows who's going to play tomorrow until they wake up in the morning, they go to the facility, and they're like, hey, bro, you're going to play. I love that mindset, bro. It keeps players uncomfortable, and uncomfortable in a good way, bro, because if you want to get the best out of your employees, you make their job uncomfortable. But not uncomfortable to where you make them feel like they're not wanted, but uncomfortable to make them feel like somebody's pushing for you, bro. And that brings the best out of everybody, and I'm excited for that. It's going to be very interesting. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, Nutty Raider Nate, Dyrti. I mean, have they officially said Kirk Cousins is not playing tomorrow? Because I haven't heard that. Shout out to Raider Greg. Shout out to the chat, man. Tap in. Shout out to Raider Greg for following on TikTok. Shout out to this guy Steaks for following on TikTok, bro. Appreciate y'all. I haven't heard anything, chat.
So,
Dirty, have you heard anything?
I can tell you that the 49ers have already said that none of their starters are playing tomorrow.
Yeah, it's backups.
All right, it's all backups. So that right there will answer question number 1 that I told you about Mendoza. Who he plays with and who he plays against. Right? So you're already not playing the number 1 defense. You're not playing their number 1s on defense. You're playing their 2s and 3s. That's where you're going to be. 2s and 3s. So if the Niners ain't playing they starters tomorrow, I highly doubt that we're playing our starters tomorrow either.
Yep.
I feel like if you don't play Kirk Cousins, that is a tall sign that Kirk Cousins is your starter already.
Yep. And my boy Frank the Tank said, I'm presenting you guys with a Mad Dog Orange Jubilee as a channel sponsor. Hey, bro, Mad Dog Orange Jubilee, bro. If you know, you know, gang. That's some old school shit, bro. I used to drink Mad Dog 2020 back in the day. My favorite one was the kiwi strawberry joint. I ain't gonna lie. That was my favorite joint. Shout out to Frank the Tank, bro.
Mad Dog.
You, bro. When you see motherfuckers drinking Mad Dog and shit, you know what time motherfucker on. Go ahead, Nutty Raider Nate. Penalties, penalties as a whole. The special teams, Kinsai Matsuzawa gonna get his final shot. Go ahead, Nutty Raider Nate.
Oh, for special teams, I already said my piece, so I'm good.
Okay, for sure. You good? I love Kinsai. I'm excited for Kinsai. Love you, bro. Love you, baby. I'm gonna be in bed soon too. I'm excited. Let me restart. I'm sorry, guys. I have ADD. I'm sorry. I'm excited for Kinsai. I like Kinsai's story. I hope that this final preseason game, he can at least solidify himself to make that IPP roster exception to where the Raiders pick him up and make him the international player program player to where he doesn't go against our roster. This is a very big game for Kinsai. You know, Kinsai hasn't played well through the first couple of preseason games. I don't know if the game's too big for him. But nonetheless, you know, Kinsai, a little bit of backstory. It's the feel-good player shit, right? And I know a lot of us get tired of the feel-good story shit, you know, but he's not expected to be any part of what the Raiders are doing going forward. I think Matt Gay is the guy they brought in to be the starter, and they just want to see what they have in Kinsai. But the point I'm trying to make is that if Kinsai goes out tomorrow, you know, and he's 1 for 2 on field goals or 1 for 3 on field goals or, you know, extra points, whatever, he might be cut. You know, it's sad. But
if he go 5 for 5, he's still getting cut.
As an IPP guy, though, would you still cut him if he goes 5 for 5 tomorrow? Like, he doesn't go against our roster.
It's a waste of resources at that point.
I mean, we let Lucky Tassi go for him. Like, if he has a good game tomorrow, do we at least not give him a shot? Because
at least Lucky Tassi
go to Tennessee for nothing.
Lucky Tassi can hold the dummy pads and fucking help out. This kid.
Yeah, I mean, at least he was pushing sleds.
Yeah. This dude's not going to be doing shit. He's wasting resources.
Exactly.
He doesn't do anything, bro. What are we doing?
I don't know. Nobody knows what we're doing because of goddamn John Spytek, dude.
Man, you motherfuckers won these feel good stories, man. Fuck this nigga. Fuck these Disney stories.
I don't like it neither. The only feel-good story I like about it, Dyrti, is because I'm a season ticket holder in Oakland, and the first time he ever went to a game was in Oakland. Outside of that, I don't give a fuck about feel-good story. I'm just saying. Outside of that, I don't care neither. I came to YouTube because of Oakland, bro. That's why I'm here. If I'd have season tickets in the town, I wouldn't be
he's a Raider fan. Huh?
No, I don't think that what you do on the field outweighs everything. So no, I'm not keeping him around because of a feel good story. But that's why I asked you, like, if he hits all of his field goals and, you know, doesn't fuck his kicks up, like, do you still cut him even though he's an IPP player?
Man,
because he's IPP. We have to keep that in mind, guys. It's IPP. It's not, you know, he goes against our roster. It's a free roster spot. I don't know if I'm getting rid of Lockie Tossie for a free roster spot if he comes out tomorrow and has a good games and cut him, bro. Shouts to Fat Carlos, bro. Raiders all day type shit.
Somebody cut this, man. Somebody.
I feel you. It hasn't been good. All right, guys. So let's give our final takes. You know, it's getting kind of late. What do you guys want to see? Primarily things we are focused on tomorrow. Go ahead, Dyrti.
Tomorrow, I just want to see players go out there and give it they all tomorrow, man. I just want to see players go out there and give me everything they got. This is your last opportunity to put something on film, to put your name in the hat of conversation with these coaches. I want to see everybody go balls to the wall. I want to see them go all out, fly around. And if you can, give me a win. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it was flag football against the 49ers. I don't want them to win ever. Ever. We could be playing dodgeball. I still want to win. Man, shit. We could be raising money for a good cause. I still want to win. I don't care what it is when it comes to the Niners. I want to beat them at all costs. So, yeah, I look forward to watching players go out there and just really give it their all, man. Like, really put it all out on the field. Give me every inch of effort that you have in you. And
shout out to Debris. Saludos.
You know, make Raider Nation proud. If nothing else, make yourself proud. If you get cut, at least you could say that you gave it everything you had and you left nothing on the field and you have no reason to question anything you had. You just got outworked by somebody, which should be drive for you to go out there, put in more work, and maybe come back next year and earn you a spot. That would be
type shit.
That's all I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Because, in all honesty, like I said, you're not gonna see our ones, you're not gonna see they ones. So all you're gonna see is players really fighting for a spot.
Type shit. Go ahead,
man.
I don't even care for the flags. I want flags.
Now look at. I'm from up here, right, in Northern California. We don't really, we don't really. We're not pussy whipped. We whip the pussy, right? We don't really pay for no. We ain't tricking up here, right? But I am kind of curious.
We don't buy, we sell.
Fuck the Niners. Hey, Ryan, I appreciate you for coming through, but fuck the Niners, gang.
Was about to spend $140 on. That's what I want to see.
A man.
You're right. Like let's see what's behind the curtain.
Man,
shout out to Alex 209. I'm in the 209 too, brother. Thank you, gang. Appreciate you for sliding.
That franchise is in turmoil, bro. Yeah. They got injured players. They coaches crashing. You know, DUIs while
appreciate you for liking the live, Alex. Much love.
You know, he was getting. People don't know he was getting Teddy Pendergrass. That's how he ended up crashing with the DUI. He was getting Teddy Pendergrass.
Shout out to TG. He said, "Where's Raider Jeff? Raider Jeff has his own show, bro." Shout out to my brother Raider Jeff. So this is what I'm looking forward to tomorrow too. The main thing I'm looking forward to, number one, no injuries. I don't want to see nobody go down. Fernando Mendoza is going to get a lot of playing time tomorrow. Will Fernando Mendoza establish himself like Derek Carr established himself in 2014 in that final Seahawks game, that final preseason game in 2014 against Seattle to establish himself as the starter? I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, injuries, what Fernando Mendoza does, and just the overall ass whipping of what is the Santa Clara 49ers. Because if you know, you know. Nobody in Raider Nation takes a team serious that shares a fucking parking lot with Six Flags. You know what I'm saying? You can go ride a roller coaster, then go to a fucking a Niner game. So fuck the Niners. You feel me? By far my most hated team in all of sports. Denver has slowly crept its way up as number 2. But fuck the Niners. I don't give a fuck if it's backyard football, preseason football, regular season, postseason. Fucking, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, gang. Fuck the Niners. You feel me? Appreciate you guys as always, chat. You guys coming through the stream tonight. I will be live play-by-play RaiderBen Silver and Black Lounge Raiders versus 49ers. I will be live at 4:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you guys come through, hang out with your boy Benther, man. Tap into the play-by-play. The game will be on local media in Las Vegas as well as local media in Northern California. Outside of that, you're going to have to catch the game on Raider Nation Radio or through ESPN. So for myself, for Dyrti Raider, for Nutty Raider Nate, TikTok, we appreciate all of you guys. Over 12,000 likes on TikTok. All of you guys that have come through tonight on YouTube. You guys know the YouTube part. You guys are the heart and soul of what we do, man. If it wasn't for you guys, you know, we wouldn't be really doing this shit, bro. Like I said, Dyrti, and Nutty Raider Nate, we talk a lot, bro. We come on these streams to interact with you guys, bro. So Nutty Raider Nate, Dyrti, you guys got anything for us on the way out?
I appreciate everybody. You know what it is. Catch y'all next time. Let's get this one. Let's get this win. Just win, baby.
We cracked 6K subs. Shout out to TJ, dude. Thank TG, bro. He said we clips on this live stream. Saludos, bro. Appreciate you.
Hey, well, congratulations to RaiderBen for cracking 6,000
Thank you, gang.
subs. Yeah, that's his channel cracking 6,000. I ain't cracked no 6,000.
I'm only a few away.
I'm trying to crack 1,600. All right. So if you ain't subbed to my channel, by all means, hit that like, hit that subscribe, rock with your boy.
Type shit.
You guys do me a favor, man. If you guys are on Instagram, man, go follow Raider Nation Golf Club. You know what I mean? Go follow that page as well.
Alfredo dropping links, man. Go subscribe. Go subscribe.
I film a lot of golf content for them.
Hell yeah.
I'm also a part of Raider Nation Golf Club too, since I play golf.
Type shit.
But yeah, go over there, support them, man. My boy over there, he good folks, man. He good folks, bro. He got some interviews.
I'm on. Shout out to Josh.
He got some interviews up there. We got some shit coming to YouTube as well. We're just working on trying to get everything in order and put out the right way. So yeah, stay tuned to that. That's Raider Nation Golf Club, man. Come rock with us over there. Other than that, man, 50 billion things on the face of the planet you could be doing. The fact that you allowed us to grace your screen for any amount of time is greatly appreciated, more than I could verbally express. Catch me tomorrow night after the game.
Post game.
The post
I'm have to be show. There. I can't host post game because I'm live the entire game. I'm definitely pulling up to that for sure.
Yeah, so catch us tomorrow night where I'll be hosting the post game show. You'll probably be able to catch it on every single channel. But yeah, tomorrow night after the game, 9:30, post game show. I'll
I'll be there. I'm locking in. Nutty Raider Nate, you got anything for us on the way out?
Check me out Sunday. I'm coming back with my little wrap up show on Sunday, so stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah, shouts out to Cal State Fullerton.
Type shit.
See, you get that when the kids go there. You know what I mean? So, shouts out to Cal State Fullerton.
Hey, Raider Nation, bro, we appreciate every single one of you guys spending some time with us tonight, gang. Once again, this is the Silver and Black Lounge, man. I'm your host, RaiderBen. You feel me? Check us out on Spotify, the Silver and Black Lounge. Rate us 5 stars. If you don't rate us 5 stars, that's fine. Leave us a comment and tell us what we can do better, man, in the lounge. As always, we are nothing without you guys, man. We're moving a little bit different this year, man. We've established ourselves as being a little bit different and being a little bit more professional. And you know, providing great quality, informative, entertaining content. So for myself, for Dyrti Raider, for Nutty Raider Nate, for the Lounge, the Loaded Box, and the Natural Born Raider podcast, man, this has been the Just Win Baby podcast, man. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you boys, man. Nutty Raider Nate, Dyrti, love you guys, man. You guys take care of yourself. Chat, you guys know what fucking time it is. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. For the cheapest and safest Madden 27 coins and coins across all video games, check out MMOEXP.com. Use code THELOUNGE for 8% off. Thank you, MMOEXP, for sponsoring today's stream.
they didn't have to say much. This is the Raiders. You know, this is one of the most historic, franchises in the NFL with a great history that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of furthering that history. When you say commitment to excellence, okay, and you look at the walls around here, and you look at the players on this wall, and there's a history. There's a history of Hall of Fame players here. There's a history of Super Bowls, and that's that.
And with all this situation and all this shit I went through, the biggest thing that I took from it is I don't give a what everybody has to say. Truly, I really don't give a.
Play clock down to 1. Williams batted up in the air, and it is picked. Crosby. He has been a beast.
I do believe that this is a game psychologically of intimidation and of fear. I don't mean cowardly fear, but fear.
Well, the Chargers and all those teams. To be honest, I don't like any of them. I hate all teams.
The other team's quarterback must go down, and he must go down hard.
The Chargers.
What I call the vertical game. We were going to stretch the field vertical. When we came out of the huddle, we weren't looking for first downs. We didn't want to move the chains. We wanted touchdowns. We wanted the big play, the quick strike. It's number one to say you want to do that. It's number two to say that you have the players to do it, but it's number three to do it. Hard. Try not to make mistakes, but don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win.
Your commitment to excellence and your will to win will endure forever. You will not get